Welcome guys to California Speedway for race number 13 of the ARWLS UPS Dirt Car Series. Coming into this race after a great finish last weekend at Springfield, Chris Wasser remains the point leader. He has 61 points over David Campbell. If you remember and watched the race last weekend, David Campbell and Chris Wasser side by side with 4/1000ths of a second as the margin of victory. David Campbell got the win. He made history again by becoming the winningest driver in the series. So history was made last weekend at Springfield, maybe some more today. David Campbell, like I mentioned, was second in points. He's 61 behind. Jake Cole is third. Only 6 points behind David Campbell. So David needs a good run today, or he could lose second in points. Tony Blazer is fourth. Joshua Michaels is fifth. Kyle Thomas, Jeffrey Buckeye, Michael Hegdahl, Tom Gerard, Chad Campbell is 10th. And you got Eric Burton, then Noah Cardo. He's 12th. Seth Brown, Chris Dollarton, Devin Whitson, Cody Lamas, James Qualls, Brandon Tedesco, Dave Cole, John Dillon is 20th. India Green, Chris Rickenbaugh, Charlie Fabrosis, and Chris Torrance is 24th. Starting on the pole today with his first career pole is the 14 of Charlie Fabrosis with Chris Torrance second. Seth Brown, Chris Wasser, and India Green is the top five. You got Cody Lamas, Jake Cole, Eric Burton, Joshua Michaels, and Noah Cardo. And we'll go on back. You see, David Campbell's going to have to start 23rd. So he's got a lot of ground to make up. But we've seen it out of him all this season. He can make his way to the front. So let's go down and get the command to fire the engines.
Drivers, start your engines!
As the cars make their way through turns 3 and 4. Fabrosis with his first career pole brings him off turn number 4. You've seen the pace car go on to pit road. Green flag is out. And we're racing at California Speedway. And look at Chris Wasser already on that outside line, though. It falls back pretty quickly. It looks like Seth Brown wants that bonus point for leading the lap. He's working underneath the 14 as they go into turn number 3. 3 wide here for third. India Green will take that. No, India takes second. Then you got Fabrosis, Tony Blazer. Seth Brown leads lap number 1. Again, this is a 13-lap race, so relatively short. Look at Qualls. Qualls drove that car in there. Pushed up the hill a little bit, and that's going to let Chad Campbell get a run on the inside of him. Here comes Green. Has not had the season that team has wanted. Only has 1 top 10 or 2 top 10 finishes. Looking to make some noise in this series. Green will lead lap number 2. David Campbell coming across the line in 11th. Tedesco pushed up into Qualls a little bit and keep it going in the right direction. Somebody going in the wrong direction is that 5 of Chris Wasser. See, coming across the line 15th. Green still holds the lead. Here comes Chris Dollarton in that 13. Chris hasn't had the best season. He's had some good runs, but just hadn't had nothing really to show for it. He got taken out while leading at, I believe it was Michigan. Under caution, he was crashed out, and what could have been a great run for him ended in disappointment as Seth Brown is working back by the 33. And here comes Tedisco in the 18. Last time he was on a 2-mile track at Michigan, the sister track here in California. Brandon Tedisco won. He went to victory lane after Tom Gerard had to pit coming to the white flag. So Dollarton will be third now. Tedisco second. Devin Whitson won the pole last weekend at Springfield. He's come along pretty nicely. He had a rough start to the season, but cracking off top 10s now. Chris Rickenbaugh, way back in points, only one top 10 finish. I think he has a pole though. Thought I saw somebody get spun around, but I don't think I did. Jake Cole, third in points, will come across 24th. But he's got a lot of ground to make up. As John Dillon now has moved up to second, he's going for the lead. Seth Brown can't get a run. John Dillon to the lead. Seth Brown wants that lead back, though. Seth has a good car today. John will get a bonus point for leading. Hegdahl, 24th at the moment. Last time by, Jake Cole was 24th. Now he's moved up to 19th and might lose or gain here. Not really sure just yet. His top 3 in points are right there. You can throw a blanket over them. 34-5. Ooh, 4 wide back here. Eric Burt and Devin Whitson leaning on each other. That settles out. Leader is Seth Brown. Qualls now is second, trying to get around the 3. Chris Torrance trying to come back. At 357 has a strong car today. Seth's still looking for his first career win. He didn't win, but he is a veteran of the series. He ran season 1. He ran the 99. As James Qualls is now... Oh, and we got a car around. That's Kyle Thomas. No caution, though. As Qualls is looking for the lead. Don't know what happened to Kyle Thomas there. You can see some of these guys were spread out, so must have been some contact or something back in there. Chris Washer moving back up. He's in the top 5. He's peaking at the right time. Still got 3 wide here for second. Brandon Tedisco, he wants to get up there. He wants to win again. If he wins, he'd tie David Campbell for the most wins. As 357 is really starting to fall back. He's going to be back in 5th as they come across the line more than likely. Well, no, he shows the 18 up the track. Here comes Hegdahl back. We saw Hegdahl at the clear back of the pack a couple laps ago. We got 3 laps to go. As here comes Rickenbaugh in the 3. Underneath the 24. Down the back. Great run today for that 3 car. Oh, and Chris Washer is in the wall with Brandon Tedisco. Seth Brown, and coming to the stripe, who's it going to be? Looks like it's going to be Chris Rickenbaugh who's going to pick up the win, because we will not get this race started back. So Chris Wasser, that's not what he needed. David Campbell come across the line 14th. So it looks like the 3 is your winner. Let's go. We'll stay watching this for right now. Oh no, we can go back and look at Kyle Thomas real quick. What happened to him? Why he got spun around. Ooh, John Dillon, does he get into the back? No. Tony Blazer takes out the 84. I don't think that was intentional, but it was, it looked like maybe the 00 and the 21 made a little contact. Play it slow-mo. Yeah, they made a little contact. That's what happened to Kyle Thomas. This Kyle will be credited with a 22nd place finish. So they come down the backstretch. This will be Chris Rickenbaugh's first career win. Has only one other top 10 finish this season. I believe that came up in Mobile. James Qualls comes home with a great second. Noah Cardo a great third. Dave Colt, Michael Hagdahl gets the top 5. Tom Gerard, Jeffrey Buckeye, Indy Green, Chris Dollarton, and Joshua Michaels comes home 10th. Chad Campbell, Chris Torrance, Tony Blazer, David Campbell, Cody Lamas, Eric Burton, Jake Cole, Fabrosis, John Dillon, Devin Whitson, Seth Brown, Kyle Thomas. You've seen the 5 and the 18 out of the race. Points are going to be shaking up a good bit. This will be the first race this season that will end under caution. Had several of them last season, but one driver doesn't mind that, and that's Chris Rickenbaugh. As he comes down, he sees the checker flag. Win number 1 of his career goes to Chris Rickenbaugh at California. So great for him. As we will go to break and see what happened to bring up that final caution of the day. Alright, here's the final caution. You can see the 18 and the 357 are like rubbing doors all the way down the back stretches. They were 4 wide. We wanted a little bit more. Maybe this looks like 357 is going to try to go underneath Chris Wasser. And the 18 357 got locked together. And as they go down, they just all tangle up. Tell you what, all 3 of those cars took hard hits into that wall. Chris Wasser was just an innocent bystander in all this. Let's go on board. Seth Brown's view. And we'll see Brandon Tedesco's view. And that's what happened. Let's bring up the final caution of the day. And the only caution of the day. And we will go to the final results from California. Here we go. Chris Rickenbaugh is the winner. James Qualls, Noah Cardo, Dave Cole, Hegdahl, Gerard, Buckeye, Green, Dollarton, and Michaels was the top 10. Chad Campbell, Chris Torrance, Tony Blazer, David Campbell, Cody Lamas, Eric Burton, Jake Cole, Fabrosis, John Jalen, Devin Whitson was 20th. Seth Brown, Kyle Thomas, Chris Washer, and Brandon Tedesco was 24th. So only 2 races remain for Season 2. Hadn't decided where the next race will be at yet, but we're going to be going back to Zajoltis for the finale. But until then, see you next time. Congratulations to Chris Rickenbaugh on picking up his first career win at California.